Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fulton Street Beats. I know you guys probably caught the last episode where we took a really good look at this Cathy Zhong custom Les Paul, right? But we didn't reveal what was on the headstock, and, well, now we're revealing it. That's right, we have Epiphone on the headstock. Now, this is something that I wanted personally. This is my personal guitar, so let's not mistake that. This was done for me because I wanted it. And there's a lot of features on this guitar that don't come on the actual Kirk Hammett 59 Greeny, a lot. And I bought the Greeny. You guys know that. I bought the actual Epiphone Greeny. And while it was an outstanding guitar, you guys would probably, well, be surprised to know that I took that guitar into Guitar Center and I traded it in. Why? Well, although it was a beautiful guitar and it played nice and it sounded nice, it wasn't exactly what I wanted or really what I expected. We did a poll and we wanted to know what you guys thought of the Kirk Hammett Epiphone Greeny. And most of you thought it was very overpriced, as did I. Comes in at $1,500, about $1,600 with tax. And that's pricey. But what are you getting? Well, you're getting a 59 body, 59 neck. You're getting the open book headstock. And you're getting some Gibson PAF pickups and a nice case. But is that $1,600 worth of guitar? I don't think so. And it wasn't really what I wanted. You know, it didn't make sense to me in a lot of ways. And I'm not knocking you if you bought one because I get it. It's a beautiful guitar. It does play well. However, it wasn't quite what I would want in my mind if I was going to own one. And now a lot of people say, well, it's not a Greeny more. Kirk Hammett is the third owner. And they go into the debate of whose guitar actually is. Well, I assure you, it is Kirk Hammett's guitar. It's Kirk Hammett's guitar now. And his name is on an actual one that Gibson and Epiphone produced. So there's no argument, there's no debate there. You can't argue that point. Whether you like it or not, you can argue that. But the fact is, the Epiphone particularly it's a Kirk Hammett model. And that's what made it unique to me. But it didn't have a Kirk Hammett name on it anywhere. No, that's right. Nowheres. No COA, no certificate of authenticity with this guitar, and very mass-produced, although it is a nice guitar. So once again, is it worth the $1,600 price tag with tax? And then they proceeded to buff down the finish. And it's not a relic guitar, so why would you buff down the finish? When the original was new, it didn't have a buff down finish, so that didn't make sense to me either. It didn't have things that I like about a Les Paul. It didn't say Les Paul. As you can see, this one says Les Paul, and we have Epiphone on it. And not just any Epiphone. This is different. So it's not the same logo. If you look, the font is different. That's a very cool touch. And it is an actual MOP inlay. It's beautiful. Beautifully done. And I had this done, and it's really hard for the camera to pick this up. Even in low lighting because it's so shiny. This is about the shiniest finish I've ever seen on a guitar. It's simply stunning. And the flame in it, the flame maple is exquisite. Although with reflections from lights, it's hard to pick up on camera. I'm going to show you some pictures of this guitar outside so you can see what I mean. When you get it in sunlight, it's a little better than fluorescence. Definitely a lot better than fluorescence. But it's an exquisite guitar. It has an exquisite sounding pickups. It has a reverse phase in the neck position. We have jumbo frets that are done really, really well. Has a touch flatter of a neck radius than the original 59 at my request because I wanted to be comfortable playing it. And that's the beauty of a custom guitar. You can have it made the way you want. Now, the knobs, out of the park with the knobs. Finish, like I said, absolutely beautiful. We don't have any markings on the poker chip. Very, very cool. And an actual dark rosewood fretboard unlike the Kirk Hammett Epiphone, they used the Indian Laurel fretboard, and that wasn't used on the original. But then they used a beautiful mother of pearl on the Epiphone for the inlays, and well, the original was acrylic. So we went with rosewood and acrylic on this one. If we go to the back, this is where it really starts to really set apart from the actual Epiphone. Well, beautiful body, of course. I think the grains make more sense on this guitar than this. This guitar looks like it's in two pieces, maybe even three. It's hard to tell with the way the grain is. Maybe the camera can pick it up a little better. But as you can see, we got clear covers on this. Now, I had her make these for me with the guitar because I thought it would be really cool. Now, this guitar came with the big CTS pots, but it did have the small green pills in it that worked great. And I wanted to upgrade it to some orange drops. So I did that yesterday. I upgraded this thing to some orange drops. And the cavity routing and everything is really clean. I didn't have to do much inside of there at all. And I'm going to put a picture up if I can because it's hard to pick up in the lighting. Again, it says Kirk Hammett where the serial number would be. On a regular Epiphone, you'd have a serial number. This one says Kirk Hammett because we don't want it to be mistaken for an Epiphone. So this guitar is very, very different than an actual Epiphone. It could never be mistaken for one because it simply is different in all aspects, from neck profile to color, and honestly to fit and finish because this thing's remarkable, and it has the actual one beat all day long. We have this beautiful cream binding on this guitar that is exquisite. The setup is amazing on this guitar out of the box. I can't stress that enough how great it was. It has really nice Grover tuners. Some people may argue that they're not real, although they do appear to be very real, and I don't see why they wouldn't be. It's not out of the realm for a guitar that costs this much. This guitar is a $600 guitar. That's right, it's a $600 custom built guitar for me, and it even came with the proper strap buttons, the flat style like I always like. This is the current leader in the Chinese manufacturer build-off, and I don't see it getting beaten. I honestly don't, because it's probably the best guitar that's ever came through here. I can't see it getting beaten in a long time. Now, you know we've said that before. We have guitars come through that are very nice, and we say it's the best, and this is the best. But this one just went so far. I can't find a flaw in the guitar. There's no flaws. It's exquisite, and if there's a scratch on it, I put it there. This guitar is exquisite. It functions amazingly, and it sounds amazingly. Amazing low action. I have since, well, when I did the cavity covers, I have put new strings on it, put some Ernie Ball 10s on it, and it helped. It made it sound even better, and it sounded really good to begin with. An amazing sounding guitar got even better, and it's crazy. I can't say enough about this guitar. I know you guys might even be getting sick of seeing it. But I think it's really cool and going differently, not doing that Gibson on the headstock, but doing a different style Epiphone logo. And the reason this was done, I don't want you guys to mistake this for a counterfeit, because it's not a counterfeit. In order to be a counterfeit, it has to be indistinguishable from its counterpart, and this is very distinguishable from its counterpart. And there also is no intention to defraud with this guitar. This guitar was built to my spec. It's staying here. It's not getting sold. This is my version of what the Epiphone should have been. This is an artistic expression, and it's an amazing guitar. Now, would Epiphone ever come out with a gloss version? I don't know, but we beat them to it, didn't we? Would they ever put Kirk Hammett on the guitar? I don't know, but we beat them to it. Would they ever put Les Paul on it? I don't know, but we beat them to it. Now, a lot of people said that the shape is different. It's not different. It's 100% the same as the original Epiphone Greeny as far as body shape and thickness go. How do I know? Well, because I had the other one. I know. And I traced the original on my bench. We have templates on my bench over here from Epiphone, from a few Gibsons, and we can pretty much get any body shape and lay it on top of it to see how it compares. And this is a dead-on match to the Epiphone Greeny. Dead on. When I say dead on, it's dead on. Now, this actually has an Epiphone bridge or tailpiece on the bottom also, as we discovered. Very nice bridge, very nice wheels to adjust the bridge height. Really quality spec'd guitar also. But that's what you would expect with a price tag for a $600 Chinese guitar. This is the price point the Epiphones used to be, remember? For a really out-of-the-park Epiphone. Well, now this is what we're looking at, for one. So this is not an Epiphone. This is a Cathy Zhong creation. And it is a tribute guitar to Kirk Hammett, because that's what I wanted. And it's very cool. It's got a very nice switch. And like I said, guys, look at these clear covers in the back. And I think that's a great touch. Now, she was nice enough to also send the black covers that go on also. And we also had this came with, so if you guys look at pictures of this online, this actually came with, all the knobs were the same color, but she sent the oddball colors. And these are identical almost, but with the exception that these don't have the pits in the bottom of them like the Epiphone did. These are actually a better made knob on these, and we do have the pointers. And we do have the proper color pickup surrounds on here. This is an outstanding guitar. It's routed outstandingly. It is the best guitar that has came through here yet. And I want to give Cathy Zhong a shout out and a big thank you for making this creation for me for my personal collection. And for my guitar addiction and my tribute to some of the best players and guitar heroes, not idols. I don't call them idols because I don't idolize anybody, but guitar heroes, the people that we really respect in the guitar world, to make something affordable that the average man can afford, and to do it to my specifications and what I want. So once again, I just wanted to say thank you to her, because this is really, really cool. I will leave links in the description, but remember, she's a custom guitar builder. You give her specs of what you need. She will tell you whether she can do it or not. There's no affiliation going on. I just really respect her work. And all links are left for transparency purposes. I can't stress that enough. It's for transparency, because I get a lot of questions. Where, how. So I'm going to leave those for you and for media purposes, so you guys know. So when I give a review of a guitar, I can tell you the honest review and the ins and outs and where it came from and how. I want to give you all aspects of that in a good media form and not hide anything from the public. And that's how we try to do everything here at Fulton Street Beats. Some may agree with it, some may not. But the fact of the matter is, we're totally legal in what we are doing. We do not deal in counterfeit exact reproductions of guitars. We do not deal with that. There is no intent to defraud on this channel, so we take the counterfeit aspect right out of it. Now, does that mean that somebody else doesn't do it? Well, they very well might, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have never found an exact reproduction of any guitar ever. And a lot of people have a fit about, trademarks. And, the fact of the matter is, general public doesn't have to worry about trademarks. That's for corporations. That's for the commercial world. And we're not in the commercial world. What we're doing right now is showing a private collection. And that's all these are. These are a private collection. And what you do in your personal life is your business. Now, if you're in the commercial world and you were doing this, that is a different story. But please keep in mind also that different countries have different rules and different regulation. And as always, follow your local, state, and federal laws when it comes to anything in life. And on that note, I'm going to leave you playing this guitar and tell me what you guys think. Little piece that we're working together here. And stay tuned, because we have another guitar we're going to be reviewing from Cathy's Custom Shop. And that is a Slash guitar, but one like you have never seen before, because this has a wraparound bridge. That's right. And this is a Relic we are going to be reviewing that guitar very soon, and keep in mind that'll be an off-the-shelf guitar, off the shelf. So nothing custom about it. All right, guys, thanks for watching Full Street Beats. Here's that play. But on the way out, hit that like button, share, subscribe. I'd like to see you back here. And I'd like to see some positive comments in the comment section. And as always, remember, it's rock and roll that makes the world do that spinny thing. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.